Oh, we got the juicy stuff about Zootopia. So let's discuss. So this article was. We'll talk about the article a little bit later on, but let's just say this is another one I found on Instagram as well. So it hasn't been confirmed on Google or anything. Like if you press news and stuff, it shows you what they've confirmed. But this is not on the Google. I saw this on Instagram as well. So yeah. So Disney may not have confirmed this, but it's happening. So I'm very excited. So Zootopia 3 has just been confirmed. Oh boy, I'm so excited. The movie's so great. If you haven't seen Zootopia 2, go and check it out as well. We just did a whole video of Zootopia 2 at the box office as well. So this is very exciting. I'm very excited for this as well. So let's see what they decide to do with this as well. We'll talk about the end credit scenes of Zootopia 2 as well and what that means. So let's get into it. So like I said before, this was confirmed by Disney themselves. Well, I don't know by Disney, but obviously someone confirmed it. So whoever it is, they did a really good job. So yeah, so I found this on Instagram, like I said before, this article. So I couldn't find any backup media to support this. So I think it's gonna happen whether you like it or not. It has to happen because Zootopia, like I said, we'll discuss later on, made $1 billion at the box office. So it's gonna happen as well. If they didn't confirm this, I think Disney would be in their right mind to greenlight Zootopia 3 as well to a degree because it's such a good movie. Hopefully we don't have to wait that long, although animation takes a long time, so we'll see what they decide to do that as well. It took so many years because the first Zootopia movie came out in 2016 or no wait, 2008 was it 2017 or 2018? Somewhere between. So the first movie came out at that time, but it has taken such a long time for Zootopia 2 to come out because this came out in 2025, now we're in 2026. So let's see if Disney can, fast track this. Although I don't want them to rush it either. So maybe they should take their time on this because it's such a good movie and what they presented on table is fantastic. Mwah! Chef's kiss. So yeah, we'll see. So like I said, I saw this on Instagram, this little post here, that Disney confirms Zootopia 2, 3, sorry. And I think I've heard they're officially in development right now, so it means that it's happening. So they are officially in development as well. I'm not sure if they're working on it now or so, or maybe they're working on it kind of little bits here and there, so I'm not sure. Can't really confirm, but I did say they're officially in development of Zootopia 3, so that's also very exciting as well. Also, like I said, there's an end credit scene, which we'll discuss later on here as well. Very juicy stuff, so we'll see what Disney decides to do with this as well. Because they do have an end credit scene, which is very interesting. I'm like, oh, there's an end credit scene? Oh, that's fantastic. So they have to focus on what they presented and also bring that to the third movie as well. So let's see what they decide to do. Okay, the ending of, now, to be honest with you, I didn't see the actual end credit scene before after the credits run because during that day, it was a very chaotic day. We just lost internet and the internet just came back on that day while we were out and about. So I didn't really see the actual end credit scene until people posted it on YouTube, so it's kind of spoiled for me in advance as well. So yeah, so the only thing that I saw was nearly towards the end. I thought this was the end credit scene that Disney was talking about, but obviously not. We'll see. There might be a possibility that might be still the thing, but we'll see. But yeah, so this is the only end credit scene ending I saw before the movie, ended. So yeah, so we'll discuss. So we've got this koala here, and also you can see Bellwether, obviously, because if you haven't seen the movie, no spoilers, but she does escape from jail, which I predicted, by the way, so I was right in that instance. So yeah, she's on the run now. She'll obviously go to the outback of Australia, which I think is very fascinating as well. Very interesting stuff here that they put in here as well. I'm curious to see what they do with it. And also you see Nick and Judy, undercover and trying to, get Bellwether back to jail, I think. I think they're undercover trying to figure out what she's up to. So let's see if they capture her. I wonder if the opening of the third movie would be, them going on a fight, going on the chase. For Bellwether, because it looks like that, right? They're on the run, obviously. They're trying to get Bellwether back, obviously. So yeah, so let's see what they decide to do with as well. Or they might not do that. So yeah, interesting stuff. Although that koala, by the way, that is Robert Irwin, who is the son of Steve Irwin. As well, and also has a sister named Bindi Irwin. So that's him. He's portraying the koala. He was posting stuff on he went to the Disney animation lot. you know, when he did all the animation stuff, and he was very happy that he got this role. It's a little cameo, but I kind of enjoyed it because he's the host of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, as well with Julia Morris down here, down under. So I think he's doing a really good job as well. He's been doing a lot of stuff, like he was on Dancing with the Stars, very popular as well. So yeah, so I was very happy to hear his voice. Like, oh my god, this is Robert Irwin, what? How did Disney get Robert Irwin to do this cameo? I'm like, oh, that's interesting, because Robert Irwin is from Australia, right? And you know, it makes sense to have an Australian actor portray a koala as well. And they do, they do like a funny thing, you know, with koalas giving the 4 thumbs up. I didn't know koalas have 4 thumbs. Did they? Do they have 4 thumbs? That's interesting. I think Zootopia taught me something. I didn't know about koalas as well. So that's interesting. Although when I was at the zoo a while ago, there was this koala, because you never see koalas out in the daytime. They're usually nocturnal, which means they're night animals, so they obviously stay out more at night. And it was interesting to see this koala during the day. I'm like, oh my god, I've never seen a koala during the day before. This is so interesting. And we got some really cute photos of him as well, just on the tree, you know, just posing, you know, stuff like that. So it was very, very cute to see that. Very, that's a rare moment because you don't really see koalas during the daytime as well. They're nocturnal. So yeah, so I think that's very interesting. So yeah, so also speaking of other Aussie animals, we've got a quokka. A quokka is sort of like a little, not a wombat. Wombats are usually bigger. A quokka is like a little, not a gerbil, but quokka is very small, and that's from Australia, I believe. Yeah, I think Australia has quokkas. You know, we have quokkas as well. Here, not where we are, but actually at the zoo, they had a quokka meet and greet, so you could go in there and, you know, touch them. So I think it's fascinating. But we do have quokkas in Australia, if you don't know what that is. You know, America's like, what the heck is a quokka? Like, they probably see the trailer like, what the heck is that freaking animal? And like, we know what it is, it's a quokka. So yeah, so I think it's interesting as well. So yeah, so that was very nice to see Australia representation, because Disney's very kind to us here down under. Obviously, that is the cruises, like I said before. So very interesting stuff here as well. Also, we've got a snake as well. Do Americans have snakes? I'm not sure. Do you know? Do you have snakes where you are? I think here it's more prominent because we have reptiles. And, you know, we have more lizards, iguana, blue tongue lizards, obviously. You know, so it's more prominent down here, I would think. And snakes are very dangerous. Oh, trust me. You know, you don't want to get bit by a snake or a back spider. You know, one time my mum got bitten by a spider and she was fading away very slowly. So that was tough. That was a while ago, but still, you don't want to be bitten by those kind of, things as well. And for some strange reason, I think I was talking about this before, for some strange reason, America thinks we have dangerous animals down here. Like, no, we don't. You have more dangerous animals than we do, because you have rabies and we don't have rabies down here. So that's interesting. So different cultures have different things, but to think that Americans think that we have dangerous animals, they're totally wrong. So yeah. So if you're in the bush, I would say, you know, be aware, but you know, what kind of Australian person goes into a wild bush, you know, with snakes? Like, that's very rare and uncommon, so you would never see a snake out in the open. Like, in hot summer, you gotta be really careful, especially if you're on an acre, because you can see snakes around as well, you know, very dangerous, as well. So snakes are around, you just gotta be very careful, because, you know, it's snakes. And I like how, you know, Disney explored the reptile-ness of snakes, because we have snakes very common down here and down under as well, so I think it's very fascinating as well. So I thought that was the end credit scene, to be honest with you, because I'm like, oh, okay, I like where the story's going, but I was probably wrong in that instance. I mean, I like to see them do something. Maybe they go to a different region of the world. That could be interesting. Although, what would it be called? Would it be called the Outback, or would it be called like something Australian? That's interesting. Very interesting. We'll see what they decide to do with this as well. But I love the new characters that they put in here. And I also love the representation of Australians as well. So I think Australian animals as well. So I think that's very fascinating as well. So yeah, so I saw this thing on YouTube. So we saw this little so we see Judy playing with the pen, and obviously, you know, when she leaves, there's a feather, you know. So that's our clue. So what kind of feather is that? Because that is not an eagle feather. We don't really have eagles here. You know, not really an Australian thing. More of an American thing. You know, so I'm curious to see, curious to who that animal belongs to. Like, that, what type of bird that could belong to. I don't know. It looks like a quail feather, doesn't it? Quail feathers? Yeah, it looks like a quail feather. Can't be an owl, because owls have like white owls, and they don't have like that special, because you see the details on it as well, like it's like very flecky on the feather, so I don't even know what the animal is. I'm gonna check Google. Let me do some Googling. Okay. What kind of, if I'm right on this, I'll be like, yes, I'm right. What kind of bird has a brown and white stripe in it? It looks like a stripe, doesn't it? White stripe in it. Well, that doesn't help because AI says several birds, but it's either yeah, because it does look like that, doesn't it? Let me see a close-up image. Yeah, it's sort of like that. That kind of bird. I don't know if you can see because of my camera. It's that kind of bird with the white stripe in it, so it kind of looks like that a little bit. Can you see it? Yeah. I think I just figured out the Zootopia free. To a degree, so it might be one of those birds. So what is that bird called? Okay, so it says several birds, but either a Caroline Werner, noted for a distinctive white eyebrow stripe. Okay, it's not it. The white-throated sparrow might be that, because it did see, because the image I tapped on was a white-throated sparrow, so that's interesting. Which has a tan or white head stripe. Ooh, that's interesting. Or the brown thrasher has a brown with white underpart streaks. These small, it could be that one. These small, often garden-dwelling birds use their striped camouflage to blend in foliage, which means plants and stuff like that. So, it could be one of those. I would say it's probably a brown thrasher or throated sparrow. Because we have little sparrows here where we are. Like, we have little, like, have you seen those birds? I'm not sure. Like, back at school, like, I would see, like, these little Snow White little birds, as well. We've got so many birds here. We've got cockatoos, lorikeets as well. So we do have little sparrows here, as well, because, they're quite common here, I think, but there's, like, a little blue bird, obviously, and it looks like a Snow White bird, and it has, like, yellow feathers and blue feathers, and oh my god, it's so cute. It's like you're in the movie with Snow White, because Snow White has those kind of birds as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was one of those birds, because it looks, although the feather looks really big, so, yeah, looks really big, doesn't really look like a sparrow, right? Interesting. We'll see what Disney decides to do with this. So either it's one of those birds or totally a different bird. So yes, not an emu or ostrich because they have black feathers obviously as well. So we'll see what they decide to do. So I'm very curious to see what happens here as well. Like what's the story, what they're going to do. Is there, you know what would be interesting? If they did a story about endangered animals. That'd be a good idea, because back at school, we used to talk about the Amazon a lot. And there'd be a lot of endangered species, in the Amazon, because people were just cutting down trees, and we talked about that in class as well, because like either panthers were getting endangered, like jaguars. What's that bird called? Oh no, I'm blanking on the name. It's like, like a cassowary. Yeah, they're endangered as well to a degree. As well, so it'd be interesting to focus more on that endangered animals and what the environment would be. Like, I think they should go to the Amazon. Yeah, they don't do it in the third movie. I want them to do it in the fourth movie. The Amazon. Let's go. Let's see Nick and Judy in the Amazon. So that'd be pretty fantastic if they did that. So let's see what they decide to do. But yeah, I am very curious to see what they decide to do with this as well. Also, speaking of that, let's see, so we have our potential villains here. I wonder if they'll be, I don't know, they might have a totally new, whole different villain. I'm glad this is not, Marvel has a thing where they kill off their villains a lot. So this is not like that, because, Disney likes to bring villains back, and that's interesting, because you have, like, Maleficent, Cruella, Evil Queen, they never die, obviously. They die in the movies, but not in not what we see as well, because they can, you know, obviously bring those infamous villains back as well to a degree. They have their own Disney villains brand, like the Disney princess brand, so the villains are very popular. Disney villains are very popular as well to a degree. So let's see. So obviously we'll see Bellwether. I can't have to stop saying Mare because she's not Mare anymore. So she may return, because obviously she returned for the movie in a little small cameo, Silence of the Lambs, speaking of, because that's from the Silence of the Lambs movie. I haven't seen it, but I've seen some references to that as well, and also I think they reference The Shining in this movie. I haven't seen The Shining either, but, you know, people are like, oh my god, it's a reference from The Shining, and I'm like, what's The Shining? Like, I've heard the movie, but I'm not really a horror person, so I don't really like watching horror movies. Thrillers, yes. Horrors, no, actually. There's also, I think there's a difference between a horror and a thriller, because I was talking to my mom the other day, like, what's the difference between a thriller and a horror? Horror is more jump scares, I would say, and thriller is just more like a really good dark mystery, basically. So, yeah. So, you know, so obviously Bellwether will come back for sure. For sure. So that's really cool as well. So, so they may not do that. I don't know. Let's see what Disney decides to do. They have to tie. I think Disney knows how to tie a good continuation story together. So let's see what they decide to do with this as well. Also, the villain from the second movie has been defeated. Poppet, I believe, he looks a little bit psycho there, like Bellwether was in the Silence of the Lambs, reference to the movie as well, because she's in behind the glass, and you know, she's like, I made my fur out of wool, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty psychotic, Bellwether, as well. So yeah, so at the ending of that movie, also his family got defeated. They went to jail, obviously. So we'll see if they decide to break out as well, like Bellwether did as well. I wonder if they'll team up. That could be interesting. Like the Lynx with a lamb. That could be interesting. They could team up and, you know, destroy Nick and Judy for once and for all, basically. I would love that. You know, you could do so much with Zootopia. So you got so many ideas there as well. Like Disney could do so many ideas about Zootopia. So let's see what they decide to do with it. But I would be surprised if the Lynx came back as a potential villain or foe as well to a degree. Like, I love Bellwether and them to team up and take Nick and Judy down. As well, I think that'd be an interesting team up as well, because of the Lamb and the Lynx as well. So let's see what they decide to do with this as well. Very curious stuff here as well. Also, speaking of other characters, I would love to see, I don't know if they'll do this because the uncredited scene we just talked about. So let's see if they decide to, you know, to focus more on the different region of the world, basically, like I said before. Let's see what they decide to do with that as well. I'd like to see more Australian, I'd like to see more Australian animals coming to the mix of Zootopia too, maybe, because we did see a koala. I think the reporter of the first video was also a koala, because they had different regions of what, you know, animal did. So China was a panda, and then America was what was America? I don't know, like Canada was a moose for sure. So yeah, so they did a little bit of that in the first movie, which I appreciate. Like, yes, that's a koala, yes! So yes, I'd love to see more Australian representation for animals, like a koala, obviously, a quokka, snakes, obviously. I'd love to see a kangaroo jump into the mix as well. I think a kangaroo character would be very interesting with Zootopia 3 as well. So you could do a lot with that. And even though the quokka's not really, you know, performed by an Australian person, I like for them in the future with Robert Irwin, because Robert Irwin does a really good job, even though it's a short cameo, of the koala. So I'd love to see more Australian representation. And there's Australian actors out there, like, you know, that could, before that, they could do voices for the characters, for the Australian characters as well, like Hugh Jackman, oh my god, Kate Blanchett. Let's get this ball rolling. So I'd love to see more Australian representation with the animals of Zootopia as well. They don't necessarily have to be in Zootopia, basically. They could be in another world region, and we can explore the outback. That would be really cool. And see Uluru as well. Uluru is like a very iconic, you know, not rock, but you know what I mean. So it would be interesting to see Nick and Judy in that different environment as well, because, you know, I liked how they explored Zootopia more so. Like, we saw the desert land, the winterland a little bit. It was interesting. Like, I think we explored more than the first movie did, obviously, with the world, with the rainforest as well. Oh, yeah, kind of, but not a lot. But I'd like to see that more explored as well. So I like how they went to different worlds and stuff and explored different, you know, regions of Zootopia. So I love that to be the case for Zootopia 3 as well. So we'll see. So yeah, so I think this is a really good idea. Like I want to see more Australian animals, but also more Australian actors as well. It's funny because in Scene Right, I hated that movie, and I'll tell you why. One time I was watching it in class like a long time ago when I was back at school, and I'm like, what the heck are you doing to this koala? He should be an Australian actor, not Matthew McConaughey, even though I love Matthew McConaughey. Even though I love Matthew McConaughey, so he's like, alright, you know, he does that commercial of the car ad a while ago, I think. He says, alright. I love Matthew McConaughey, but he's not a good fit for a koala who's supposed to be Australian. I'm like, why get an American actor to play an Australian animal? Like, what? That's offensive. And I didn't like that movie. I know people love that movie, but I'm like, why don't you get an Australian actor to play a koala instead of Matthew McConaughey to play a koala? Like, it didn't make any sense to me. Like, you know, get an Australian actor to play these Australian animals as well. So I think they should do that for the future and not offend people or offend Australians down here as well. We'll see what the scientists do. I mean, they don't necessarily have to get an Australian actor to play every single Australian animal, but it would be nice if they had like one Australian actor to play one Australian animal. I think that'd be very nice. So let's see what they decide to do. But I'd love to see more Australian animals as well to the mix as well. I think it's going to be very exciting what they do with this as well. Here's my thoughts of Zootopia 3. Zootopia 3. What do you think? Would you like to see more Australian animals? I would. As a proud Australian myself, I love to see more different region of animals, like a panda from Japan. I love pandas as well. Like other animals as well. So I'd love to see that explored as well. So we'll see what it decides to do. But other than that, you know, whatever Disney does, I think it has to, you know, the expectation, the pressure is high because Zootopia did so well, to be honest with you. So yeah, so I think it's going to be a really good time no matter what they do as well. So that's all got time, guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe to Maleficent's video. Also, yeah, hit that notification bell to get more updates. So if you press the notification bell, you get more updates when I upload videos as well, when I'm online as well. So go and do that as well. Very important you do that. Also, like this video. Also, yeah, go check out my box office of Zootopia 2 as well. That video will be up, I think. I'm not sure. I will see how editing goes, obviously, because editing might take longer, it might take quickly, so we'll see. So that's all I got to tell you guys. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye, guys.